So what's going on YouTube? We are on review number 9, and today we're looking at Monster in My Pocket. This game is another Konami beat-em-up game, and I kind of found that Konami beat-em-up games are some of the best on the NES when it comes to the beat-em-up genre. I mean, of course there's Double Dragon and others, but I find Konami ones to be the most fun and satisfying, I should say. The game has really smooth controls, and the music is fairly good. I could definitely play this game many times and have fun with it. I've probably played it about 5 or 6 times, and it's been just as fun. Each time has been just as fun as the last. You don't really need the manual or the internet to play this game at all. I mean, there's only a couple items that I can think of off the top of my head that appear in this game, really. There's the heart containers, which refill your life, as well as there's keys you can pick up that you can throw. This is a fairly short game, so you don't need to save it all. There's a continue system in place anyway, so even if you die, you just continue and keep going. And it's a pretty easy game. I got to the last boss my first try, so there really wasn't too much to figure out in this game. It's just your basic attack and double jump, as well as pick up the key when you see a key to throw it at enemies. I found the level design in this game to be pretty cool. It's fun being a little small monster and having everything giant size. Kind of reminds me of Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers that way. And if we take a quick look at the box art, I find it's pretty appealing. It's definitely very late 80s / early 90s style art. I would definitely want to pick this one up if I saw it at the store, especially because a free monster is included. Ooh. So let's take a look at the back of the box here and see if the description of the game is accurate or deceptive. Since this is a monster game, I'll try to read it in my best Transylvania voice. Probably sound like the Count, but anyway. So let's get started here. A monster in my pocket, cutting the enemy down to size will be no small feat. Thousands of history's famous monsters gather for the meeting of the century. But when their volcanic convention center erupts, mysteriously turning them into terrors of bite-sized proportion, they escape to the home of Jack, the teenage Captain Cool. There begins a battle with the good ghouls and the warlock's band of evil beasts. You must become the vampire or the monster and lead the forces of Riot through a humongous human-sized world 6 levels deep. Featuring Jack's house, a scummy sewer, a hazardous construction site, and an odd oriental place. Don't get burned on the kitchen stove or crushed by a runaway golf ball. Try to avoid being clubbed by flying fish or jabbed on a barbed wire fence. In fact, all things considered, you might want to team up with a friend, put up twice the fight. Either way, you'll find yourself climbing stairs, running across rooms, falling down manholes, jumping over fences, scaling steel girts, and riding atop a soda pop can. Meanwhile, you'll have to punch and zap at all your fiendishly favorite monsters, including the head-rolling skeleton, the rock candy-throwing goblin, the fire-spitting hamper, the bone-crushing cyclops, and dozens more. Every monster you mash is worth points. Score enough points and you'll get an extra life, something you'll really need when you finally face the powerful warlock and his magical lightning jolts. So be a pocket-sized peacemaker and conquer the smallest threat to monsterdom the world has ever known. Featuring simultaneous play for 2 players or play against the NES. So I find this pretty accurate description of the game. So if we move on here, I think this game would be a blast for kids. I think if I had gotten this game when I was 10 or 11, I would have so much fun with this one. And it's still fun now, even though it's a really easy game. It's definitely one of those ones I could play every now and then, as well as if I was ever having like a race to see who could finish something first. I wouldn't mind popping in this game because it's pretty impossible to not beat this game if you've played it a couple times. But on that note, I'm gonna have to give this game a 10. There was nothing I didn't really like about this game. I mean, of course there's little minor things here and there, but nothing I'd really want to dock points for. So, giving it a 10 out of 10, I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna keep this one for sure. So, thanks for tuning in guys, and I will see you all later. Bye.